Greetings, you are on the Bear Armory channel. Today we will continue the theme of unusual firearms in the world. Let's go. Opening our selection Cornershot. Surely one of the strongest desires of any soldier is to be able to fight without getting shot himself. And in 2003 the American-Israeli company Coral Gables was able to make these dreams come true, having created the world's first weapon that has the ability to fire from behind cover while allowing the soldier not to expose himself to gunfire. Thanks to a special swivel head, the front part of the weapon can be fixed in 3 positions: straight, to the right, and to the left, and all controls are placed on the base of the rifle. The shooter can see the enemy and aim thanks to a special digital screen attached to the sight of the weapon. The next sample is the Metal Storm. In this weapon the principle that the more barrels, the cooler the cannon, has reached its climax. Assembled by the Australian Weapons Company, this unit has an incredible rate of fire of 1,600,000 rounds per minute. Such rapidity of fire is achieved through the use of electric pulses to control the fire and the complete absence of moving parts. For the same reason, the firing rate can be changed to any desired speed, even to 1 round per minute. Next is the Duck's Foot Pistol. Gunsmiths of all times have always had the task of making weapons as convenient and practical as possible for use in one situation or another. In the 17th century, gunsmiths implemented an extremely interesting idea: a pistol that could hit several targets at once with a single shot, thanks to the placement of the barrels as a fan. Such a weapon became very popular among prison guards, who had to restrain periodic riots of prisoners, as well as among captains of ships, because of frequent meetings with pirates. It is important to understand that the pistol could only fire 1 shot at a time. It took quite a long time to reload, which in a dangerous situation is simply not there. But even in spite of this, it was still an extremely formidable weapon, allowing one person to take out several opponents at once. Let's move on. Harmonica Pistol. At the end of the 19th century the French inventor Jarre received a patent for a pistol with a very unusual design. Instead of the drum magazines, as was customary at the time, this pistol used a horizontally turned cartridge chamber. This simplified the alignment of the pin cartridges to the trigger guard and increased the number of rounds in the magazine. Special magazines were provided for quick loading of the magazines, and extractors were used to extract the spent cartridge cases at high speed. The hammer trigger also was fitted with cartridge drop mechanism, which allowed for rapid cartridge drop from left side of the trigger for loading fresh cartridge. Nowadays this gun is very popular among collectors. The price for a piece can exceed $10,000. And finally, the HK-G11 completes our selection. German weapon of the future developed by Heckler & Koch in the 70s as a replacement for the obsolete G3. The G11 was designed as a bullpup weapon. The housing was made of plastic, and the only parts that protruded from it were the sights and the fire control handle. A new shell-less 4.7mm ammunition was developed for this weapon. The magazine, which moved during the fire, was located above the barrel, and cartridges were fed vertically downwards. The magazine capacity was 50 rounds. The magazine had a 50-round magazine clip, and the recoil could be felt only after the 3rd shot, when firing in bursts. Unfortunately, all this complexity of the mechanism led to big problems with reliability, and shells without cartridges turned out to be very fragile. As a result, the program, which initially showed great promise, was quietly phased out and frozen. What interesting and unusual weapons do you remember? Be sure to share your opinion in the comments. If you like the video you like it, then support me by like and subscribing to the channel, but be sure to click on the bell not to miss new videos and be aware of the latest news. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Thanks everyone, bye bye.